Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good? Glad to have you guys back at the stream, being a part here tonight. Happy Saturday night, everybody. Covering play-by-play. A Big 12 conference matchup here for men's college basketball, tipping off in around 12 minutes from now approximately, as we're just awaiting for the finish between Arizona versus Oregon before this game tips off. Texas Tech searching for answers as they are winless in Big 12 conference play, coming off a 34-point blowout loss on the road at Iowa State on Tuesday. Texas, on the opposite side of things, remarkable 18-point comeback at home against number 17 ranked TCU on Wednesday night. Both of these teams match up against each other in a game of desperation tonight. Texas Tech 10-6 overall, 0-4 in the Big 12. They're last place currently in the conference, along with West Virginia, who lost by 1 today against Oklahoma, fell to 0-5 in the Big 12. Texas ranked at number 10, 14-2 record, 3-1 in the Big 12, 10-1 in their home floor, winning 2 straight games. Number 3 currently in ESPN's bracketology. Mario, Daniel, Woody, welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, close one. Iowa State taking Kansas down to the wire. Man, it seems like every single day these Big 12 games are just so close. 2 games decided by 1 possession today. Kansas 62, Iowa State 60. And then the other game, Oklahoma 1-point victory at home against West Virginia, 77-76. Looks like there's some tiers developing in the Big 12 between bottom teams, West Virginia, Texas Tech, and then teams at the bubble after that, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and then at the top of the conference, it is stacked. Kansas, K-State, Iowa State, Texas, TCU, all ranked inside the top 25. 9 of 10 teams in the Big 12 ranked inside the top 45 of the net rankings. Only team that's not there is this Texas Tech team. Texas Tech right now is the odd team out. They just don't have a single good victory for them. Their 2 best victories against the worst 2 major conference teams. They beat Louisville with a 2-16 record, winless in the ACC. They beat Georgetown, 5-13 record, winless in the Big East. Those are the best 2 victories for Texas Tech. So they're missing a bunch of signature opportunities. They lost by single digits at TCU, lost that game that I covered last Tuesday. It was against Texas. They lost at home by 3, lost against Oklahoma in overtime a week ago, and then they get destroyed at Iowa State in their last game, lost by 34 on Tuesday. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I think we're going to tip off in about 10 minutes from now. Just waiting for the finish between Oregon and Arizona. Comfortable lead up by 15 for Oregon. Going to pull off the upset against number 9 ranked Arizona today. D. Wayne, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it doesn't help that they haven't had Fardaz Amac play at all this year. Got a couple of young players in the roster for Texas Tech this season. Pop Isaacs had a really good game against Kansas last week. Daniel Bacho's top 5 in the conference in rebounds right now. My first time covering Texas this season, and they got some pretty good victories. to their team. They beat Gonzaga. They made 13 threes back in November, 93-74. They came from behind, beat TCU, down by 18. Largest comeback in over a decade, 79-75. 2 losses coming against Illinois in overtime, and then Kansas State. They gave up 116 points last week. The final score is 116-103. Game with just no defense. And then they've got conference victories over Oklahoma by 1 to open up conference play. They won at Oklahoma State. Defensive battle, 56-46. And then, of course, that TCU win. Vegas in the stream. Welcome in, man. Yeah, we get upsets like all the time. Clemson, by the way, should be ranked come Monday. Clemson, I believe they're undefeated in the ACC. Top team in the ACC for Clemson. They beat Duke today. Yeah, Missouri lost against Florida. Florida helping out their cause. Missouri with a winless week. And Florida, they have a lot of work to do, but they're moving in the right direction. Passing a lot of teams and trying to climb onto the bubble. Right now, Florida record of 10-7. So they got a lot of work to do. This Oregon team right here is going to be 10-8. They got a bunch of work to do. They're also on the bubble. I think probably they're going to get 7 or 8 for the Big 12. I think Oklahoma should be in. Oklahoma's been playing really well. They played Kansas tough. Oklahoma State, that's going to be like the question mark on the bubble for Oklahoma State. I think the 2 teams left out will be West Virginia and Texas Tech. And then Oklahoma should be able to get in. And then Oklahoma State, question mark there, depending on how they do remaining part of the schedule. Got a lot of stuff going on. It's in terms of sports. Already won the NFL playoff game going down today. It was close at halftime. Niners were trailing by 1 at half, but outscoring Seattle 25-6 remaining part of the game. San Francisco winners over Seattle today, 41-23 in the wild card round. Keep you guys posted on the Chargers-Jaguars throughout this one when they get going on. That will kick off in around 12 minutes. Probably going to kick off at the same time that this game tips off. This game going to tip off a little bit past 8 o'clock. Just finishing up Oregon, Arizona. Actually, I think it's going to tip off, and it says tip-off time 8:10 p.m. So we'll be tipping off in 7 minutes from now for this game. It's good because we'll finally have like a clear tip-off. A lot of the games last year, they tipped them off at the top of the hour, and they got like you couldn't watch the game on like the network that it was scheduled for because the other game kept on going long. So this is actually good. It helps out the cause that this game's going to start in time because Oregon, Arizona results in a blowout today. This is not a good sign for Arizona. Arizona ranked inside the top 10, and they got blown out a week ago against Washington State. A lot of questions there for Arizona they're going to have to figure out. They dropped to 15-3. Oregon wins as they improved to 10-8 in a kind of disappointing season for Oregon. But, you know, Dana Altman, his team always seems to find their way into the picture. If there's a team that goes on a massive win streak come February into March, watch out for the Ducks, because I think Oregon has the opportunity to do so. Their fans stormed the court. They win 87-68 over Arizona. And one of many multiple upsets today, including Vanderbilt over Arkansas. Kentucky beat Tennessee 63-56. NC State, I believe they were favored on the line. They're the home team, and they beat Miami. Not really a shock right there. NC State might climb into the top 25 this week. Indiana getting their wheels back where they should be as Indiana crushed Wisconsin today 63-45. Clemson winners over Duke 72-64. That should put Clemson in the top 25. Two teams playing really well right now. Number one, Alabama's playing better than anybody in the country. They blew the doors off LSU today. Wasn't even close. Put up triple digits. Final score is 106-66. Alabama won by 40, hosting LSU. The other team playing pretty well happens to be Texas A&M. Texas A&M last year got on a big run late stage of the season, and they got red hot in the SEC tournament. Texas A&M peaking at the right time, putting themselves into the tournament bracket as a late. They won on the road today at South Carolina, 94-53. Yeah, probably going to take some time for him to get back to his usual self. They're going to have to ease him in, most likely. So I wouldn't expect AMAC to get a lot of minutes if he does play today. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, also NBA streams here on the channel. So we're going to tip off in around 3 minutes from now, looks like. So we'll have tip-off for this game. Texas ranked at number 10 in the nation. Texas Tech really searching for answers. They lost by 34 points against Iowa State on Tuesday night. 0-4 in the Big 12, and they are extremely desperate to see if they can find their first conference victory of the season. The big problem has been too many turnovers. Through 4 conference games, 65 total turnovers to just 39 total assists, as that number just needs to get down for turnovers. They're right now top 45 most turnovers in the nation. They average over 14 turnovers per game for this Texas Tech team right here. And going up against a really good Texas team that can move the ball around. Texas top 15 in the nation in assists per game this year. And they are led by Marcus Carr, the point guard for this team, 6th in the conference in scoring, putting up around 17 points per game for Marcus Carr this year. But everybody's been able to get going. Timmy Allen had a slow start to the year for Texas. He was able to get going in the last game against TCU. There's been some great defensive games for Texas this season. There's been some games that they have been in shootouts with that they have trouble defending. It's going to be interesting to see what type of game this will be, because when I cover Texas Tech, Kansas, both of the teams really started to push the ball up the floor. Think about Texas Tech that they're missing. They just don't have that defensive intensity like they've done in years prior for Texas Tech. They're not like a top 25, top 30 defense like years past. Their points average per game allowing opponents right now is in the top 80. Yeah, they got some really young guards in their team. They haven't really had a proven point guard for the last couple of seasons for Texas Tech. It's been a lot of new players. They had a lot of players transfer in the offseason for this team. A couple of young guards. They got Pop Isaacs in his first season. And then they got a transfer from Oregon and also played at Oklahoma, Davion Harmon. Sir'Jabari Rice, big defensive impact he has made this year for Texas. They were showing the last game, came up with a clutch steal in the final minutes against TCU. He's a transfer from New Mexico State. This Texas team really has responded well without their head coach throughout the rest of the season. As Chris Beard got fired last week. White uniforms, orange numbers, orange letters for the Texas Longhorns tonight on their home floor here in Austin. Red uniforms, white numbers, white letters, black outline for Texas Tech as we're about to begin. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Vote in that poll as well. Who do you guys got in this matchup as Texas controls the opening tip first? The Longhorns have it left to right in the court. Attacking right to the rim. It's going to get blocked by Texas Tech out of bounds. That's number 12, Daniel Bacho, who comes out with a block to start it off 12 seconds in. Tyrese Hunter was the one who floated up the shot. Got blocked by Bacho out to the corner. Ball gets sent to Carr. Carr 6th in the Big 12 in scoring this season. Timmy Allen moves it out to the right wing over to Dylan DeSue, a transfer from Vanderbilt. Over to Carr on the outside. Got a lot of transfers here in this Texas team. Carr played before at Minnesota. Drives baseline. Takes the jumper. Off the rim, no good. Tapped out. And the rebound goes to Pop Isaacs, though, for Texas Tech. Isaacs attacks. Goes downhill right to the rim. Missed off the glass. Here goes Texas. Texas pushing it. They got a 4-on-3. Pass up the floor. And they'll go in with a layup. They score. First bucket of the game by Timmy Allen. Another transfer from Texas that played for the Longhorns last year. He came from Utah. Jesse, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, that was a tough one today for Providence. I expected that. Creighton really needed that game, and toughest team to play in the conference when you have to travel all the way to Middle America and play Creighton. Bounce pass down low. Texas Tech scores their first basket. Kevin O'Banner. A bunch of players acquired via the transfer portal in this game today. Kevin O'Banner from Oral Roberts. Tyrese Hunter, Marcus Carr, Dylan DeSue, Dylan Mitchell. And Timmy Allen, that is the starting 5 for Texas tonight. Derek, welcome to the stream, man. Daniel Bacho, Kevin O'Banner, Pop Isaacs, Jalen Tyson, Davion Harmon, starting 5 for Texas Tech. A minute 20 through. Red Raiders get the basketball off the Texas turnover. 3 taken from the outside by Pop Isaacs, and he drills it. I covered a game last week where Texas Tech hosted Kansas, and Pop Isaacs, he made some long-range threes in that game. 3 conference games that Texas Tech has lost by single digits. This team just cannot get over the hump and win a signature game. They're looking for their first signature victory today. Missed 3 straight away. At the top by Texas, as that was missed by DeSue. Red Raiders with the basketball on the outside. Davion Harmon moves it out to his left, around the perimeter, over to Jalen Tyson. Turns the corner, dribbles, attacks on Allen. Takes the jumper at the elbow. That's not even close. Oh, heads up there by Texas Tech, as that was great awareness. Daniel Bacho saw that he was going to go out of bounds with the basketball. He leaped up. He tossed it off a Texas player. Went out of bounds off the Longhorns last. So great save by Bacho. Texas Tech will get the inbound underneath their hoop. The lob goes to Tyson, and Tyson turns it over. Slipped on the floor. Travel. Vaughn, welcome back in. $17:49 left to go. As we just started in a big rivalry game matchup here, Texas Tech 0-4 in the Big 12, trying to avoid last place with West Virginia at 0-5, lost by 1 today against Oklahoma on the road for the Mountaineers. Missed jumper to baseline by Texas. Isaac takes it up the floor. Pop Isaacs dribbles up to the elbow, lost it, slipped out of his hands, turnover. Here goes Texas. They will slow down the basketball with Tyrese Hunter. Hunter, the transfer from Iowa State. Tremendous freshman year last year. Inside the key, DeSue. Double teamed as we have a reach and foul picked up by number 20 of the Red Raiders, Jalen Tyson. Ronnie Terry doing a great job here as Texas interim head coach, replacing Chris Beard. A shaky first game he had against Rice, where they won against overtime, but things getting much, much better each and every single game, it seems like, for Texas. Only 2 losses this season, 1 in overtime against Illinois. Other loss came in conference play. Happened to be against Kansas State in that shootout game, 116-103. Lob down low off the fingertips of the Longhorns, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover by Texas by Dylan Mitchell. Am I a consistent person? I guess so. I get into like a lot of routines and stuff. You have to go through like a lot of routines to get into a rhythm. 17 minutes left to go, 3 minutes through so far. Texas Tech with a 3-point lead. They back their way inside the low post. Red Raiders swinging out to the wing to Lamar Washington. First time into the game, makes the pass over to Harmon. He dribbles up to the baseline, takes the jumper. Tough shot, hand in the face, no good off the back rim. Carr comes out with a board. Carr looks to push it now for Texas. Gives it over to Allen. Inside the key, Timmy Allen. Double team. Texas Tech forces a turnover. Red Raiders doing a great job here forcing Texas turnovers right from the get-go. Attacking. Downhill. Floats up the shot. Missed off the mark by Texas Tech. Tipped off the rim. No good. And the rebound goes back to Texas. And another steal by Texas Tech. Ball poke loose from behind. Lamar Washington comes up with a steal. That's the fourth turnover to the first 3 minutes and 50 seconds for the Longhorns. Texas Tech with just one turnover today. Great sign for the Red Raiders so far through the first 4 minutes. Down low, up and through. It's good in the low post. Bucket inside. That is Fardaws Amac. Welcome to Texas Tech. His first bucket for the Red Raiders. So Fardaws Amac into the game now. First game of the season for the transfer from Utah Valley. Marcus Carr around the perimeter, knocked down and fouled. It's going to be Davion Harmon who picks up the foul. And we're going to take a media timeout on the floor right now. 16:51 left to go in the first. And defensive battle here. 5 combined turnovers. 7-2 Texas Tech leads. Barco, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Big game for Texas Tech. Fardaws Amac getting his first action this season. Scored inside the low post for his first basket of the game, and a huge sign there for the Red Raiders to get him into action. Glad that he's back and healthy and able to make an impact. And kind of shocking right now because they don't have a signature victory. They're like the odd team left out. All the other teams inside the top 45 in the net rankings right now in the Big 12, and they're at number 71. So a lot of work to be done for Texas Tech. That means piecing together solid wins in conference play if they want to get their way upwards, trying to make it back towards the bracket. So right now it looks like NIT for Texas Tech. Landon, welcome in. Yeah, big win for you guys to save your season, basically. Huge win at Tennessee. And that's the thing about Tennessee is that sometimes they play like they're like a contender team, but other times they play like they could be a team that can lose and get out in the first round. And historically, they haven't done so well in the tournament. Baylor came to play today. Baylor with a slow start in conference play, but right now Baylor leads all over Oklahoma State, 70-47 for Baylor. UCLA in the early going, taking on Colorado. That score is tied up at 11. UCLA ranked at number 7 currently. Other than that, we're kind of pretty much at a low for the college basketball action right now. A lot of other great games finished up earlier today. Kansas winning in a thriller at home against Iowa State, 62-60. So many close wins for Kansas. Kentucky winners over Tennessee, 63-56. Watch out for Alabama. Alabama beats LSU by 40 today, 106-66. Brandon Miller drops over 30 in the win for the Roll Tide. Indiana getting back on the right track. Hoosiers win over Wisconsin, 63-45. Clemson should be ranked on Monday, undefeated in ACC play. Clemson winners over Duke, 72-64. I just see the College of Charleston. Oh, yeah, College of Charleston won today over Elon, 78-60. They're ranked in the top 25. Only one loss was back in November against UNC. Actually, there's a big game in the Mountain West tonight. New Mexico on the road at San Diego State. San Diego State, always like a constant representative in the tournament for the Mountain West. New Mexico, last team that was undefeated, but looks like they peaked too soon for New Mexico. And their conference schedule is called up to them. We get back to action, 15:35 left to go. Texas just 1 for 5 shooting from the floor. Marcus Carr at the corner. Moves it around the perimeter. Longhorns attack. Down low as we got a reach and fall picked up by Texas Tech, and the game clock will stop with 15:26. Jabari Rice, first time into the game today to transfer from New Mexico State, came up with a couple big hustle plays late in the game to close it out against TCU. Hockey fan, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Texas gets the inbound. It sails to Marcus Carr. Carr on the floor with Brock Cunningham, Christian Bishop, Timmy Allen, as he will take it right to the rim. Carr scores, and Jabari Rice out on the floor as well. Marcus Carr gets the layup at 7-4. So finally, Texas able to get a bucket. They were on a scoring drought for the past couple minutes. Red Raiders with a possession outside. Pop Isaacs brings a double team. Moves it out to the corner. Deflected out of bounds by Timmy Allen. Joe, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Yeah, been a pretty good game so far. Defensive battle here. 5 minutes through, 15 minutes remaining in the first. Transfer City for this Texas Longhorn squad. Timmy Allen, Dylan DeSue, Tyrese Hunter, Marcus Carr, Jabari Rice, Christian Bishop, all acquired via the transfer portal. Majority of those players were acquired not in this past offseason, but the offseason prior. Texas Tech with a possession. Jumper at the low block, missed off the front rim by O'Banner. Rebound controlled by Brock Cunningham. Carr has it at the wing, makes the pass over to Allen. Bounce pass down low post to Christian Bishop. Allen swings it back outside, up fake. Jabari Rice takes the jumper, deep two. He connects on it. 1 point game right now. Texas finds themselves right in this game, providing offense through their guards right now. Jabari Rice on the board for the deep two. Yeah, really good win for your Fighting Illini yesterday. That's a Michigan State team that got back their best player via injury. Pop Isaacs attacking downhill right to the rim. Isaacs scores in the right-handed layup. I like what this youngster's got. He's a first-year player for Pop Isaacs. Last 4 games averaging just under 15% or 15 points per game for Pop Isaacs. But he's really taken a lot of deep threes and drilled them when I've seen him play. He's a long-range shooter, but he can also get to the rim as well. Texas Tech with a rebound. They'll take a deep three here at the wing. Missed by O'Banner. Saved at the baseline by Christian Bishop. At the top, it goes to Carr. Carr to the free throw circle. Bounce pass over to Bishop. Bishop at the mid-block. Moves it over to Carr, top of the key. Carr has some space. He takes the three straight away. Missed poorly off the bottom right part of the glass. Rebound back to Texas Tech. 13-15 remaining. Red Raiders going to slow it down. This has turned out to be a defensive battle so far. Both of these teams missing a lot of their shots. Kick to the corner. Up fake. Fardaws Amac takes the three. Missed off the front rim. His first game for Texas Tech. Hustle play coming up with a steal. Red Raiders at midcourt. Texas Tech with a lob over the top there. Zamac puts it through for 2 as they had a numbers transitional break. And they score. Second bucket of the game by Fardaws Amac. Good to see he's healthy and now playing for Texas Tech. Could be a game changer for him now in the lineup. Double-double machine last year. I believe he was top 3 with Oscar Sheway and Armando Baycott in the nation in double-doubles per game last year playing at Utah Valley. Missed 3 by Texas. That's the weakness of this Longhorns team. They're around the 200s in the nation in three-point shooting percentage. Right now, they're 0 for 4 from the perimeter. They've had some really good games from the outside. They made 13 threes when they won against Gonzaga. But when they've gone cold, they've struggled. Kick to the corner, spin move, and results in a travel by Bacho down at the low block. Texas Tech's done a great job taking care of the basketball today so far for a team that struggled with turnovers, but they just turned it over for the second time. Poll's pretty much close. Make sure to vote in that poll. Who do you guys got in this one tonight, Texas Tech or Texas? Wow, Chargers already up over the Jag 7-zip. I think that game's going to be close today. A lot of the playoff games probably won't be that close or so. I think there's going to be a few blowouts. Cunningham, off the glass, missed. Texas Tech getting their identity with defense. Historically known for their defense. Right now, they're giving it to Texas. Pass down inside a low post. Through the defense, that's a bucket by O'Banner. Right to the rim, going to Red Raiders. 11:40 left to go in the first. On the outside, Texas gets possession. Tyrese Hunter moves it out to the top, over to Arterio Morris. Top 20 freshman. Morris takes the three. He drills it. Wow. That's a big spark. Bradley, welcome to the stream, man. Great game so far. We got defensive battle 13-9 with 11:15 in the first. Red Raiders with a possession. Out to the top, Kevin O'Banner. I don't know if that was a pass or a jump shot, but missed the mark as it was below the net. Air ball out of bounds. It was like a straight line shot by Kevin O'Banner at the top of the key, in between a pass and a shot, as he made a last decision, second right there, for a split decision at the last moment. Looking to see if he could send it down to Bacho below the hoop, but went out of bounds, turned over by Texas Tech. Yeah, things going pretty well, man. I had my first game of the new year this year covering in-person basketball, so that was good. The team that I covered, they were 10-5. The other team was 10-5, but the team that they were playing played a significantly tougher schedule, and that team they played was actually ranked at number 28 this week, and all their losses were against top 25 teams. So it was non-competitive in the first half. They trailed by 17 at halftime. They came back and they lost by 7 points. But yeah, it was good at the end though. I think they got the game win in 6. Had a couple opportunities, but wasn't able to get it even closer. Yeah, this is one that Texas Tech really, really needs. Trying to avoid to not be 0-5 in the conference. West Virginia, the lone team at 0-5 right now. Texas Tech trying to avoid to join them, looking to get their first victory of Big 12 play in the season, and they're looking for a signature win. They just don't have that signature win this year. They've only won against two power conference teams, or two major conference teams. I will not discuss who those teams are that Texas Tech beat, but they need much more stronger wins than those two that they've got. Right now, NFL game going on for the wild card round. Chargers got the football as well. Chargers already up 7-0 in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. Trevor Lawrence intercepted on the last play. Chargers take over at their own 39. Celtics playing the Hornets tonight. Celtics not looking so hot. I'll get that score. Yes, a couple NBA games going on. Oh, wow. Celtics took the lead against the Hornets. Yeah. I looked at that score like around 20 minutes ago. Celtics were trailing by 14. They were down, and they were down at halftime. But Boston now with a lead, 83-80 over Charlotte. That's a game they usually win. Like, historically, Charlotte struggles a ton against the Celtics. I also heard Derek White has been rolled out of the game due to a neck injury. He was massive in the game that they won against Brooklyn that I covered on Thursday. So without Derek White remaining part of the game for Boston, but great to see Celtics on top right now, coming from behind, double-digit deficit. Grizzlies playing the Pacers tonight. So Memphis leading the Pacers 70-58. And then the Hawks over the Raptors, currently 62-49. Timberwolves got the Cavs tonight. It's Minnesota 24-20 over Cleveland. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. We got 11:04 left to go in the first. UCLA up over Colorado 16-15. Baylor just won over Oklahoma State. Final score 74-58 Baylor. gets a much-needed victory in Big 12 Conference play. They improved to 2-3 in the Big 12. Back to action with under 11 minutes left to go before half. Texas with a possession. Now to the wing, number 0. Timmy Allen. Over to Serge Abari-Rice. Bounce pass, low block. For the Longhorns, they will dribble it back out. Off the fingertips of Tyrese Hunter. He'll have to launch 2 on the shot clock, edge of the logo. And the putback is good right at the buzzer. Christian Bishop, off the air ball that was short, soars up and puts it off the glass and scores right before the buzzer goes off. Huge possession there by Texas, able to capitalize. Red Raiders up by 2. At the wing, Jalen Tyson dribbles baseline now. Floats up the shot, missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound, O'Banner. They will try it again. Lamar Washington. Dribbles up, down inside the key. Washington splits defenders. He dunks it home for 2. A little bit of burst right there by Lamar Washington getting straight to the rim. Midway through the first right now. 10 minutes left to go before halftime. Arterio Morris sends it off to Dylan Mitchell, the 2 freshmen. 5-star, top 20 recruits. Down inside a low post, Christian Bishop goes up into a layup motion, and he will draw the contact and the foul. Yeah, that was a lead at halftime that the Seahawks had. They were up 17-16 at halftime. Christian Bishop will head to the free throw line now, shoot 2 for Texas. First shot by Bishop, no good. That missed poorly. Off the side of the rim. Second shot, and that one rattles in. Red Raiders will take it up the floor. Number 3, Demarion Williams transfer from Gardner-Webb into the game for the first time today. Pop Isaacs now has it at the top. Dribbles, attacks, downhill, low block, bounce pass through traffic, intercepted. Bad decision there, nobody there to help out Pop Isaacs. Turnover by Texas Tech. It's those decisions that they have to stop making for Texas Tech. They're lucky they're going to get it back. Texas called in the travel by Arterio Morris at the right wing perimeter. 5 turnovers now for Texas tonight. With 9:21 left to play before half, 3 turnovers by Texas Tech. Texas Tech scoring 5 points off of Longhorn turnovers. Much better game today for the Red Raiders. Not turning over the basketball that much. That was the big struggle entering today's matchup. 65 turnovers and just 39 assists through 4 conference games. Approaching the 9-minute mark remaining before halftime. Demarion Williams moves it out to Fardal's Amac. Amac backs his way to the mid-block. Amac turnaround jumper. Oh, no good, a little bit too strong. Putback right there, though. Jalen Tyson helping out. Amac gets the putback. Defense holding in strong here for Texas Tech. It gave up 84 in the loss against Iowa State earlier this week. 3-point shot, air ball over the rim by Texas. Attacking downhill right to the rim. Texas Tech gets the layup. Red Raiders attacking straight line. Right to the hoop once again. They did it on the break. Davian Harmon scored for 2. Serge Abari-Rice at the wing, moves on top to Dylan Dessou. Dessou puts the ball into the hands to Hunter. Moves it out to the corner to Morris. Morris bounce pass over to Dylan Mitchell. They move it around the perimeter. Hunter takes a 3, missed rim short. Texas Tech had the rebound, but they gave it away. Texas gets it back with should be a new shot clock here. The whistle will blow, and the shot clock did not reset. So the referees have to go to the scores table, reset the shot clock as we got 8:07 left to go. Substitutions as well into the game now. For Texas Tech, they will bring in Daniel Bacho. And Texas Tech catches a break that the shot clock did not reset on the ensuing Texas possession. Texas really struggling from 3, 1 for 8 from the perimeter. As this is a Texas Tech team that got burned from the outside in their last game. They allowed Iowa State to make 12 3-point shots. Shot the ball over 54% from 3 for the Cyclones on Tuesday night blowout victory. Texas has had some great games from 3. They made 13 threes against Gonzaga, but as of late, they just haven't been able to find their shot around the perimeter, and this is a team that's loaded with guards in their roster. Marcus Carr, Tyrese Hunter, Serge Ibaka Rice. Not known as like sharp shooting threats, though, for this Texas team. Texas with the ball around the outside. Dylan Dessou over to the right corner. 3 on its way. Carr, there's a triple. Marcus Carr's second made 3 as a team for Texas tonight. It's a 4-point game. 7:40 remaining before halftime. Carr, number 6 scorer in the Big 12, averaging 17.3 points per game this season. A bucket when he used to play in Minnesota. Handoff on the outside to Pop Isaacs for Texas Tech. Moves it on top to Amac, getting some playing time here in the first. Isaacs attacks the lane, and we have a reach and fall picked up on the floor. So that will be charged to Tyrese Hunter. We've been going a lot of time without a timeout on the court. We will take one right here. Immediate timeout on the floor. 7:53 remaining before halftime. It's 19-15. Texas Tech with a lead. Alright, so if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Looking great for Texas Tech right now. Texas came in as an 8-point favorite on the line, over-under at 142.5. Texas Tech coming in desperate, getting blown out by 34 points in their last game against Iowa State. And this is just another testament to the Big 12 if Texas Tech does withstand this tonight. This is actually the first here. I got that from the last graphic from last night, first quarter, or first half. That Texas Tech does withstand this. This is massive to put their season on the upswing for Texas Tech. This Texas Tech team lacks a signature win, so they're still trying to find a really good victory for them. They have 0 victories against winning teams. That's a major conference team this year. UCLA right now losing. That game against Colorado, 21-18. Colorado's winning. Auburn just tipped off against Mississippi State, 4-3. Mississippi State leads. King Markey, welcome back in, man. Chargers adding on to a field goal right now. 10-0. Chargers lead against the Jags with 5:30 left to play in the first. Great start for the Chargers tonight. Able to intercept Trevor Lawrence. 49ers winning earlier today over the Seahawks, 41-23. A couple of games going on in the NBA. Grizzlies jumping all over the Pacers tonight, 80-63. Celtics up by 10 at the end of 3 against the Hornets. Boston was losing by 14 at one point in the first half at Charlotte, but now hold on to a 10-point lead. Hawks leading the Raptors at halftime, 69-57. Cavs now up over the T-Wolves, 29-27. Yeah, Jags putting themselves right in the hole, right from the start. I took the Chargers in that game by 3 today. I predicted 27-24 Chargers. I thought the game would be close, but not looking so hot for Jacksonville right now. I didn't like how they played a week ago against Tennessee. They had to come back and win in a game that they should have won by much more. All right, so we get back to action here. 7:24 remaining before halftime. Texas Tech will get the inbound up by 4 for the Red Raiders. They inbound it over to the corner. Pop Isaacs floats up a runner. Skidded off the side of the rim, no good. That was a rush shot with Texas that comes out with a rebound. Tyrese Hunter Off to the corner, sends it off to Timmy Allen. They move it around the perimeter right now. Dylan Dessou has it at the right wing. Dessou lobs it over inside the key. Goes back outside to Hunter at the left wing. Off to Carr, dribbles up to the elbow. Carr passes right corner, 3 on its way. Timmy Allen missed off the back rim, and a rebound secure, soaring up by Jalen Tyson of Texas Tech. Under 7 minutes left to go before half. Red Raiders doing a much better job in this game, competing at a high level, getting to the rim, scoring in the paint, and not turning it over that often. Lamar Washington, step back 3 in the air, lost his defender, takes it, missed it off the rim though. And we get a rebound fall picked up. It's charged to Bacho as it will go back to Texas with 6:35 left to go. Texas pass midcourt with the basketball. Marcus Carr looking for something here. He's got the team lead of 5 points right now. Nobody really able to get going so far. Bounce pass back to Carr. At the baseline, jumper by Allen, and that's good. Timmy Allen hits it. I think I had that graphic. The graphic fourth was up there from last night that I reset, so it says first now. That was from last night's game. 3-point shot, good from the outside by Texas Tech. Pop Isaacs drills it. As Texas missed the shot down low, Texas Tech gets it back. 5:30 remaining in the first. Huge rejection. Dylan Dessou comes in, stuffs Lamar Washington right at the rim. Here goes Texas taking a 3. Comes out well short. And it went off of Texas out of bounds. Timmy Allen wasn't aware of his surroundings. Tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds with the basketball, having grazed him. But what a defensive play. Dylan Dessou in the last block up the floor. The Texas Tech possession prior to that. So I'll be covering Phoenix against Memphis on Monday. That game's a little bit earlier than usual, so 6 p.m. Five minutes remaining before halftime. Pop Isaacs swings it down on top to Jalen Tyson. 12 in the shot clock. Tyson dribbles up to the wing, takes the 3, missed off the back rim. Both of these teams called from the perimeter. As we have a rebound foul charged to Texas, and the game clock will stop with 4:53. Texas Tech just 2 for 8 so far from 3-point range. Texas even worse, 2 for 11 right now from 3. Red Raiders will get the inbound. Not too many fouls here in the first half so far. 5 personal fouls for Texas Tech, 3 by Texas in this first half. As it's been a really fast first half that we've got, and now we will have a foul picked up by Texas down low. For 1 second, well, they call this a tie-up. Bacho? Yeah, that looked like a pretty much a clear-cut tie-up. Number 1, Dylan Dessou. Let's see where they're walking on the floor. As Bacho will check out of the game right now. So he's turned it over. So Bacho yet to score. 2 assists, 2 turnovers so far for Bacho. Yeah, that's a turnover. So they called it turnover tie-up. That's great defense there by Dylan Dessou. So no block fall there. That's all ball. So Dylan Dessou got the tie-up, turnover by Texas Tech. Brock Cunningham, bounce pass off to a backdoor cutter, try to save it right into the cameraman crash. And a turnover by Texas as Timmy Allen could not save it, cutting backdoor. Struggling with the turnovers tonight for the Longhorns. That's their 6th of the first half. 11 combined turnovers, 5 by Texas Tech, 6 now by Texas. Pop Isaacs dribbles, drives down the lane, missed off the bottom part of the glass. Putback is good though. Fardaw's AMAC making a big impact so far in the first half. Welcome to Texas Tech. 6 points so far, 3 rebounds by Amac in his season debut here with 4 minutes remaining before halftime. Serge Jabari Rice at the corner. Moves it over to Brock Cunningham. Sent outside the Carr at the top. 10 on the shot clock, Marcus Carr. Moves it out to the left wing to Rice. Drives baseline. Jabari Rice dribbles back out to the perimeter. Rice, baseline drive once again. Contacted and fouled. It's Kevin O'Banner who picks up the blocking foul. The game clock will stop with 3:43 remaining. Woof. Rough game for Trevor Lawrence, looks like. 3 for 10, 26 passing yards, and just threw his second pick. Yeah, there was a graphic by Bleacher Report that they put out that Trevor Lawrence is undefeated when it comes to games played on Saturday. High school games, college games, and NFL games. Because last week, he played on a Saturday game against Tennessee. But not looking so hot right now. 24-17, we take the timeout in the court. 3:43 left to go before halftime. Pop Isaacs, top scorer for Texas Tech, 8 points, 6 by Fardaws Amac with 3 rebounds. Really need that depth on their team for Texas Tech, and good to see Fardaws Amac back and making a difference. Texas yet to get going in the scoring column. 5 points by Marcus Carr, 4 by Timmy Allen. Turnover's been a real costly problem so far. 6 turnovers by Texas. Yeah, I'm shocked that they haven't got Patrick Ewing fired from Georgetown. That should have been done a long time ago. It looks like they're going to go winless once again in the Big East. Chargers defense, though, low-key. They were peaking at the end of the season. They were missing a lot of players. That game against Miami that they played on Sunday Night Football that they stumped the Dolphins in. Colorado looking good, leading UCLA 29-22. Auburn up over Mississippi State currently 15-8. There's only 2 other games with ranked top 25 teams going down right now. NFL playoffs, Chargers with a football. They get a 4th down coming up, though, around midfield, so they're going to have to punt it away. But Chargers up 10-0 against the Jags. Celtics leading by 11 over Charlotte. 9:20 remaining. 102-91 Boston. Grizzlies up by a bunch against the Pacers right now. 91-73. The Hawks up over the Raptors at halftime. 69-57. Cavs looking good right now. 40-37 leading the T-Wolves. What's good, Christian? Welcome to the stream, man. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. Yeah, Tennessee is a team that you just cannot count on in the tournament. Like, there's games that they remind you that they have, like, contender moments in them, but can they put together the full pieces and be that contender? That's the question. And they have moments that they can get bounced out from the first round to the second round, and more so the later happens with that being Tennessee. A lot of people have all the confidence in the world in them. Looks like they have the chance to make a deep run in the tournament, and then they stumble upon themselves early on. So we get back to action now, 24-17. 2 shots at the free throw line for Serge Jabari Rice for Texas and missed the first one. Second shot's good. Yeah, Mississippi State's dropped from the bracket. They were top 25 a couple weeks ago. Fardaws Amac, 6 points, 3 rebounds in his debut. Skip past the left corner, 3 on his way. It's good by Texas Tech. Drilling the triple, Jalen Tyson from the left corner. Nice assist there by Amac. 3-point shot up the floor by Texas. Missed off the mark, and Tyson comes out with a defensive rebound. It's an 8-1 run in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds for the Red Raiders. Tyson takes the 3, missed off the rim. Tipped, and it goes out of bounds off a Texas Tech player. Wrong place, wrong time by Kevin O'Banners. He was sitting on the bounce with a basketball as it went right to him off the tap out. Texas will have it with 3 minutes left. Yes, Duke will be unranked and Clemson will be ranked. So Clemson and Duke will switch spots in the rankings on Monday. Duke should have been unranked to begin with this week. John, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in again. Marcus Carr with the ball. Texas down by 9, largest deficit with 3 minutes left to go before half. Top of the key, ball gets sent to Brock Cunningham. Over to the wing to Jabari Rice. Out to the corner now with Cunningham. Slides it over to Carr. Sir Jabari Rice drives, attacks downhill, and a whistle and an offensive foul, a turnover by Texas. 7th turnover the first half for the Longhorns. Disappointing game for Texas on their home floor. Coming in ranked at number 10 in the nation, and Texas Tech scoring 9 points off of those 7 Texas turnovers. And Fardaws Amac looks like he has changed this team right here. Making a big difference. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists by Amac. As Texas picks up a foul, and that'll be their 4th. And not many personal fouls here in the first half. Texas Tech with 6, Texas now with 4. It happens to be a blocking foul, so this will send the Red Raiders to the free throw line now, shooting 2 with Kevin O'Banner. First one's good. Joe, welcome back in. First double-digit lead of the game we got here for the road team. This is playing desperate right now. This is a Texas Tech team that we know. Historically great defense. And where was this throughout the season? Holding Texas to 32% shooting and 16% from 3. Second one's good. 8-point dogs for Texas Tech, up by 11 on the road currently. Looks good for those who took Texas Tech plus 8 today. 2.5 left to go before halftime. Texas with the basketball. Beware, Texas was down by 18 though at home against TCU. They came back and won on Wednesday. Attacking downhill, Marcus Carr slides it on top to Timmy Allen. Jumper at the free throw circle. Swoosh. He hits it. 15-footer straight away, leaning in by Timmy Allen. That's a big shot. Didn't look like it was going to make it. It was off balance, that shot, but that's a tough one that he made. Demorian Williams hands it over to Pop Isaacs now. 1:55 left to go. 15 on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Attacking inside the key by Isaacs. Moves it on top to Jalen Tyson. Tyson dribbles up to the elbow. Takes the jumper. Hits it. Jalen Tyson starting to get going right now for Texas Tech in the game. 7 points, 3 for 6 shooting. 1:35 remaining before halftime. Timmy Allen slides it out to the top to Carr. Back over to Allen around the perimeter. They pass down low off the bottom part of the glass. Cunningham, or that's Bishop. Bishop gets it back, and Bishop through traffic gets fouled. And that'll be Texas Tech's 7th personal foul as a team in this first half, so this will send Texas to the bonus. Yeah, I still think Houston's going to be number 1. Yeah, Kansas played a close game today against Iowa State. Much, much more difficult of a schedule. But Houston will probably stay number 1, though. First free throw is good by Bishop. Second one's good as well. 1:25 before halftime. Fardaws Amac comes back into the game. Wow. Yikes. Trevor Lawrence, another pick. Yeah, didn't really live up to the hype for his first playoff game. One of my coworkers took the Jaguars for that game, said they didn't trust the Chargers. Not looking so hot in this parlay right now. Minute 15 remaining before halftime. Jalen Tyson moves over to Isaacs. Step back three in the air. Oh, he hits it. Pop Isaacs drills the three. 1:05 left to go before halftime. And Texas Tech firing right now on all cylinders. 11 points by Pop Isaacs, hitting his season average in the first half. Dylan DeSue at the top. Moves it out to the wing to Jabari Rice. This is not a great Texas shooting team, ranking in the 200s and three-point shooting. That three missed well off the mark. Bottom right part of the glass. Got deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Raiders. That's a tough shot by Pop Isaacs. We see in the replay. Step back at the right wing. Contested by Marcus Carr. Took the three and knocked it over. 49.5 seconds left to go. Pop Isaacs perfect from three-point range today. 3 for 3. For Texas Tech, that's the production they desperately need. They played a incredible game against Kansas that they were up in the late stages but could not pull out the victory over Kansas 75-72 back last Tuesday. Pop Isaacs, 4-star recruit ranked inside the top 75. Yes, I saw the Niners beat the Seahawks. Foul committed by Texas Tech. It will send Texas to the free throw line. 1-1 bonus. First shot is good. Timmy Allen makes the first one. Second free throw, that is no good. Missed off the back rim. And Texas comes out with an offensive board with Texas Tech committing another foul. Daniel Bacho pleading his case right to the official. So he gets called for his second personal. (17-10) Chargers with 44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Missed in a bonus by Texas. Rebound near side of the floor controlled by Texas Tech. 40 seconds before halftime. Red Raiders will slow down the tempo. Great first half for a team that is truly desperate, looking for their first conference victory. And they are 20 minutes away almost from doing so. Hand off to Lamar Washington. 5 in the shot clock, 22 left to go on the game clock, and he turned it over. Texas attacking right to the rim. Missed the layup. Putback dunk is there, though, by Dylan Mitchell with a putback. There's some momentum for Texas entering halftime. 10 seconds remaining before half. Red Raiders, 5 seconds left to go. Pop Isaacs. Step back three in the air at the horn. Air ball. And opportunity for the layup going reverse hand. Blocked as Washington tried to put it up. We go into halftime 34-25. Dylan Mitchell with a late basket off a putback. Able to get it put back up and in. With under 15 seconds left to go. Gives Texas momentum here in their home floor entering half as they pull win in 9. All right, one half in the books here for this one. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe in this game tonight so far. Good matchup. Texas Tech doing a great job taking care of the basketball in that first half. Both teams have had 7 turnovers. Texas Tech with a lot of those turnovers late, though. But big difference maker has been they've made 2 more threes than Texas. Pop Isaacs comes out. He makes 3 threes in the first half for Isaacs. 11 points for him. He's the only player in double-digit scoring right now. And then also on the glass, Texas Tech looking good. 21-15 out-rebounding Texas so far in this game. Just looking like they're out-hustling them, and Texas cannot make a three-point shot. That's been a problem for Texas this season. They just cannot make a three. This looks like the Texas Tech defense of old, holding Texas to just 34.5% shooting at the free throw line in the first half. Red Raiders shooting 45% in half one. And Fardaws Amac making a difference. First game for Texas Tech this year. He comes out. He scores 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists from the bench. 3 of 6 from the first half for Fardaws Amac. And here's an opportunity right now for Texas Tech to get on a roll and see if they can start to put these wins together in the conference play and get themselves back into the bubble for the bracket. Doing a great job in this one so far. Let's see, NFL picks for tomorrow. I'm going to bring these up. Yeah, Fardaws Amac playing his first game today. All right, so this is what I got here. I got for the 2 games today, I had Niners over the Seahawks, 27-13. San Francisco came in as 9.5-point favorites. This actually might have been from a few days before because I took it down a couple of days prior, but that's what I had. But yeah, that was pretty much easy. San Francisco came out with a big second half. Final score was 41-23. This Chargers-Jags game I had much closer. I had the Chargers by 3, 27-24. But I believe they were 2.5-point favorites at one point from a few days ago. Chargers at the end of the first quarter. It's all Chargers, 17-0 right now. Trevor Lawrence having a terrible game in that first quarter. Tomorrow's games, I got Bills over Dolphins, 41-3. Buffalo, approximately a 13-point favorite. I got the Giants in an upset over the Vikings. Giants, a 3-point dog at Minnesota. They lost by 3 the first time when they played Minnesota in Week 16. And I just think this time the Giants going to control the clock more, run the football, and be able to hand it off more to Saquon Barkley. And all those wins that Minnesota had, they won 11 games by single digits. I think that all those close wins are going to catch up to Minnesota, and we're not going to see playoff Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones having a much better season. I believe he's only thrown 5 interceptions the whole year for Daniel Jones, and they will get the victory for the Giants, for Brian Daboll's squad. Incredible coaching job he has done this year in his first year as head coach for the G-Men. I got the Giants tomorrow, 28-24 over the Vikings. Bengals, this should be an easy one. I got Bengals over the Ravens, 34-13. Cincinnati, I believe, is a 9-point favorite last time I checked. And then the Monday night game, I got a lot of people like to go over for the score here. I think it's going to go well under. Both of these teams, Bucs and Cowboys, played week 1. The final score is 19-3. It was all field goals in that game. I got the Bucs in this one, shutting out the Cowboys, and the final score being 6-0. Probably not going to happen, but Tampa Bay's offense really has struggled this year at the bottom of the NFL. Their defenses look great. Cowboys' offense lately, it's looked horrendous. And their defenses looked pretty bad too. But I just think this game's going to be all defensive in it. And Tampa Bay will be able to win that game on Monday night. Going to close out that poll right now. Thanks so much, y'all, for voting in that poll today. Looks like Texas took the poll 57-43. Yeah, Florida with a big win today. That's great for Florida. They still got a lot of work to do to get themselves towards the bracket, but things looking better for them right now. Are the Gators back? They're still far away from being back. More so the coaching job that Mike White has done at Georgia. How about that going under the radar? Georgia won again today, and they're a top-tier team in the SEC right now, even though they played a weaker conference schedule to start out for Georgia. But I cannot believe I'm saying this. Right now, Georgia is tied for fourth in the SEC. They have a record of 13-4, and they're 3-1 in the conference. They're 10-0 in their home floor. They're only one of two teams that's undefeated on their home court in the SEC, the other team being Alabama, which Alabama right now looks like a national championship team. Well, the Gators beat the Aggies. I'm going to go with Texas A&M. Texas A&M's 4-0 right now. They're hot at the right time for Texas A&M. I'm going to bring up these two teams. Georgia and Texas A&M. Going to compare. Texas A&M's 12-5, 4-0 in the SEC, and Georgia 13-4. Cannot believe I'm saying that right now with Mike White as the head coach. I don't think anybody realizes they're 13-4, but they should be receiving votes on Monday. Texas A&M, they got some bad losses. Lost against Boise State, lost against Wofford, Memphis, Colorado by a lot, and Murray State. They won 5 in a row. 4 of those conference games. Florida, they won 6 in a row now. Florida, LSU, Missouri, which is the big one. They won on Wednesday, hosting Missouri by 18. And then at South Carolina, they destroyed tonight 94-53. Looks like they've turned a corner. This is going to be really telling for Texas A&M. They got their upcoming schedule, hosting Florida, which I'm going to go with a home court advantage there. I'll take Texas A&M. And then at Kentucky, massive game next Saturday, 2 p.m., Texas A&M at Rupp against Kentucky. And then at Auburn the Wednesday after that, January 25th. Georgia, losses against UAB, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech by 2. That's a really bad loss. They won against Auburn. They beat Auburn in their home game by 12 to open up conference play. Their lone conference loss came at Florida. And then they have wins over Mississippi State and Ole Miss. So, yeah, they played an easier schedule than a lot of teams in the SEC. They got coming up at Kentucky on Tuesday. And then they got Vanderbilt on Saturday before at Tennessee on Wednesday. So their schedule gets significantly tougher for Georgia. So we're going to see if this Georgia Bulldogs team is legit the next, week and a half or so. We will see about that. Is Kentucky back? I think they're going to be much better now. The thing is, I think Tennessee was overrated throughout the entire course of this season. They had a bad loss against Colorado. That really never left my mind. I always remember that game against Colorado that they lost by double digits to open up the season. Right now, Colorado is up over UCLA, 31-28 right now. Auburn leading Mississippi State 25-22. That's basically the only games of significance currently going on. A lot of the other games are like lower major conference, Stanford, Washington State, Wake Forest, BC. Not much going on in this time slot. Actually, New Mexico, San Diego State about to play. That game might have just tipped off. Yeah, it's supposed to be tipping off like any time now. That's a big game because New Mexico was the last undefeated team, and they've completely fallen apart right now in basically the play-in game for New Mexico, trying to save their season on the road at San Diego State. And what will probably be either a 1 or a 2 bid Mountain West. There's no reason to put 3 bids in that conference when you got potential for 7 or 8 teams coming out of the Big 12 already that will make the bracket. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Glad to have you guys on board being a part on the stream at halftime currently. 17-0 Chargers. Chargers with a football with a 1st and goal at the Jacksonville 13 with 8:23 left to go in the second quarter. Chargers trying to be that type of team that season that goes all the way to the Super Bowl, getting red hot at the right time for LAC. Celtics pull out the victory, 122-106. They were trailing most of that first half against Charlotte. They were down by 14 at one point in the second quarter. Heat winners over the Bucks, 111-95. Grizzlies crushing the Pacers, 120-86. Hawks up over the Raptors, 91-77, where the Cavs lead at halftime over the T-Wolves, 54-49. Malika, welcome back in. Yeah, Celtics right now looking incredible. Great come-from-behind victory. They did it without Derek White. Derek White left the game early due to a neck injury. Just going to dig into the box score. Jason Tatum, stellar game for Tatum once again. He had 33 points. Didn't have a great game on Thursday when I covered him against the Nets. But it was everybody else who stepped up. Wow, Malcolm Brogdon, 30 points tonight. They were without Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown still out with his abductor injury. Malcolm Brogdon, big game off the bench with 30 points. 4 made threes, 11 for 17 shooting. That is massive. 16 and 8. Wow, 16, 8, and 6 by Al Horford. And then 13 points, 12 assists by Marcus Smart. So it's those 4 who really deliver. Those guys, those 4 players, Tatum, Brogdon, Horford, and Smart, all in double digits today. That's a big win. Derek White went down early in the game, didn't return, and Malcolm Brogdon comes out, drops 30. You have a great chance for the Celtics to win the chip if you got a player off the bench dropping 30 for you. That's what they were missing. No Jaylen Brown. They're going to have a player step up. Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Grant Williams, Luke Cornett all stepped up against Brooklyn in double-digit figures for scoring. And 30-burger today by Malcolm Brogdon, man. One thing I really like about him, he's like a leader on the floor, and he makes things look so simple for Malcolm Brogdon. He's not like the most athletic type of player, but he's a player that just is able to control the basketball, control the game, and he's wise with his shot selections. Like, he'll take the open threes when he's left with that type of space out there. When he's given the space and when he's left wide open, he'll take those threes. Or when he's covered, he will attack right to the rim, and he'll try to set the tone and be able to get to the rim to score on layups. Not like the most explosive or athletic type of player, but really good when it comes to playmaking and decision making when it's the right time to take a shot and make a shot. We get back to the second half here. Texas Tech through their defense. Great first half of the Red Raiders, holding Texas to just 25 points and 34% shooting from the floor. This is the Red Raiders defense that we know from the past. Can they sustain it in the second half? Lob over the top. Bacho catches it, and Bacho down low as it will get deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Texas. It will stay Texas Tech ball. Inbound for Texas Tech, Daniel Bacho slides it over to Jalen Tyson. Number 0, Kevin O'Banner, also on the floor with Davian Harmon. As we have a turnover by Texas Tech on their first full possession. Turnover by Jalen Tyson, and will go back to Texas. That's something that Texas Tech really needs to avoid here. The reason why they're 0-4 in the Big 12, this reason. 39 assists to 65 turnovers to 4 games in Big 12 conference play. Texas on the far side will get the inbound. Red Raiders a brick fest in the first half from 3, just 2 for 13. Turnaround shot, tough shot. Around the rim, goes in, counting the foul. Timmy Allen gets it a go. This could spark something for Texas. This Texas team absolutely resilient. They know how to come from behind and close out games. 18-point comeback against TCU on Wednesday, waking up in the second half. This could be another game that they wake up once again. This Texas Tech team, heartbreak all throughout the season. Multiple blown leads, multiple close losses. They just don't have a signature win. They're ranked at number 71 in the net. The only team in the Big 12 that's not in the top 45 in the net. Free throw is good by Timmy Allen. 3-point play complete. It's only a 6-point game. Daniel Bacho picked up the fall. That's his third. Bacho, top 5 rebounder in the Big 12. That is a huge fall. He stays in the game right now, so he's playing with 3 personal fouls. Over to Pop Isaacs. Isaacs lobs down low, has possession, puts it up and in and scores. Jalen Tyson up and in off the backboard, scores for 2. Getting to the rim, that's been the story of this game for Texas Tech. 3-point shot missed by Carr. Rebound control by O'Banner. Looking to push it for Texas Tech. Dribble drive right down the lane. Rejected from behind. Goes out of bounds by the Red Raiders as it will head back to Texas. Dylan Dessou with great defense right there. His 3rd block tonight. This game really picking up. Texas Tech starting to run the court with the basketball as of late. Hey, there you go, Christian. That's awesome, man. Wow, what a start for New Mexico, leading San Diego State early on in 24-zip Chargers. Wow. On the perimeter, we have a reach and fall picked up by Jalen Tyson. Clock will stop with 18:37. That'll be his second. Pop Isaacs, top scorer tonight for Texas Tech. He's got 11 points. 10 points by Timmy Allen, leading the way for Texas. Inbound goes to the Longhorns. Jumper at the baseline. Connecting on it for 2. Timmy Allen up to 12 now. $18:15 remaining before halftime. Pop Isaacs, deep range 3. Swoosh, he hits it. Pop Isaac showing the range all game long from the perimeter. He has been stellar. 4 for 5 from 3-point range. The top scorer tonight with 14 for the 4-star freshman. 2 minutes through the second half. 9-point lead for the Red Raiders. At the top of the key, Carr thinking about the 3 defended by Isaacs. Dribbles towards the right wing. Carr off a double team. Slides it out to the top to Dessou. Dessou dribbles up into the key pro hop in the mid block. Dessou moves it back outside the Carr. Elevates for the J. Not even close. Air ball as the shot clock winds down to 0. Shot clock violation by the Longhorns. Marcus Carr, tough game tonight. Just 5 points. 1 for 6 from the perimeter. Rich on the stream. Welcome in, man. Ooh, good question. If I had to guess, one of the teams probably would be the Knicks, if I had to guess. 17.5 left to go. Texas Tech with a possession. Hand off on the outside, attacking the paint. Pop Isaacs and flings it out of bounds. Turnover. Just doing too much right there for the Red Raiders. 9th turnover to game for Texas Tech. Longhorns with the ball. Dylan Dessou on the outside, guarded by Amac. His pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Texas Tech. So Fardaw is Amac. First game today for the Red Raiders. He is out there on the floor, and he has been a difference maker today, playing off the bench, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Inbound for Texas, Marcus Carr around the perimeter. Just 1 for 6 from 3. Crossover, lost the handle, turns it over. Texas Tech on the fast break, pass ahead. Going up into a layup motion, fall from behind. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Davion Harmon with 16:57 left to go. And Texas Tech with a chance to put themselves up by double digits once again. 9 turnovers by both of these teams tonight. Scrappy defense all game long for Texas Tech. That's their fourth steal tonight. Behind the arc fan, welcome in. Yikes. Trevor Lawrence not ready for the Saturday night lights tonight. Yeah, I heard about all his interceptions he's got. Yeah, this Chargers defense, low key. They're much better than what people think. They had some key players injured, but ever since that Sunday night game when they played against the Dolphins and they shut down Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins, they've been on notice for what they've done lately. Yeah, they beat Miami that game 23-17, and they were projected to lose that one. This is what the defense has done since Week 14, the Sunday night game against Miami. 17 points allowed, 14 points allowed, 3, and then 10. Well, granted that they played Tennessee and Indy in back-to-back weeks, and also the Rams, but still, they have yet to give up 20 points since December 4th. So it's been over a month since they allowed a 20-plus point game to the Raiders. 3-point shot at the wing. That is good for Texas to go down. Make it a 7-point game. Marcus Carr makes his second 3 tonight. As we approach the 16-minute mark left to go. Red Raiders with Amac. Amac left open, takes the 3, no good. Around the rim and out as Carr comes up with a rebound. Carr moves it up the floor. Into the hands to Serge Jabari Rice. Bounce pass down low, deflected on the court. Loose ball, Dylan Dessou, triple teamed, lost it, gets it over to Jabari Rice to continue the possession. I don't know how he was able to find it, but that is a huge save there. Texas with it. Carr, 8 on the shot clock. Carr dribbles up at the elbow, takes the jumper. Oh, he hits it. Marcus Carr with a deep 2. Continued possession on that play by Dylan Dessou, fighting for the loose ball on a triple team, able to somehow get it out of his way into his teammate's hand to continue that possession, result in 2 points on the board for Texas with a Marcus Carr jumper. Lamar Washington at the baseline. We get a foul. It's offensive by Texas Tech. Texas takes the charge, and the comeback kids looking to come back once again here for the Longhorns. 15:23 left to go. Still a lot of game remaining. Texas right now with all the energy in their building as we have a timeout taken on the floor. Rich, welcome to the stream here, man. Yeah, looking like Chargers Chiefs right now. Wow, Asante Samuel Jr.'s got 3 to interceptions. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe currently as we're on the timeout. Double-digit lead a couple moments ago was 40-30. It's gone to 40-35 currently. So these are the numbers for Trevor Lawrence tonight. 4 for 16 passing, 30 passing yards, no passing touchdowns, and 4 picks. This is prime Nathan Peterman in the playoffs tonight. I'd probably go with Villanova for this season. UNC as well. UNC, the preseason number 1, nowhere to be found outside of the rankings. But Villanova, 8-10 record. They're in danger of their first losing season, I think, since 2010. And right now they're second to last in front of Georgetown in the Big East. Yeah, there's been a lot of disappointments. Michigan had a terrible loss against Central Michigan, and they're gonna have to go on another really big run to make it to the tournament. Oregon had a great win today against Arizona. Oregon, I thought that they should have had more of a better season for them than they have, but they still got a long way to get to the bracket. Yeah, Michigan, nowhere to be found. Dennis, welcome to stream, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, I totally forgot about Blake Griffin. He barely plays. Yep, and the Cavs, that makes sense now. We get back to action. 15:23 left to go. 5-0 run now for Texas. This game long from being over. Texas known to come from behind to win games this season. Quick update, UCLA losing at home against Colorado 39-33. And New Mexico up over San Diego State 16-11. Auburn up at the half over Mississippi State 30-23. So a couple ranked teams currently trailing in the first half of their game so far. So we approach the 15-minute mark left to go here. Texas, baseline drive, past Fardaz, Amac, and that's Serge Jabari Rice able to get on the turbo boost there, driving baseline to the rim, scoring with a layup. 7-zip run last 2 minutes by Texas. Red Raiders in trouble as of late. The momentum has switched to the home team here in the building. Lob goes to Amac. Amac pivot move, gets past his defender. Missed a wide open slam dunk as it will go out of bounds. A turnover by Texas Tech. You gotta be kidding me, man. Moment right there. Fardaz Amac missing a wide open slam dunk. Yeah, they're gonna call basket interference on it too for Texas Tech, as he missed it at the rim. And both of his hands over the cylinders. It touched the basketball when it went back to a wide open slam dunk, and he just missed it. Texas Tech at one point led by 12. There was a technical towards the Texas Tech bench area too, as they were not happy. They thought that Amac was fouled on the last play. Technical by the Texas Tech bench area results in a free throw made by Texas. 40-38. Wow, Chargers punt return fumble, 1st and goal. Woof. What a no-show in a playoff game. Amac will check out of the game now for Texas Tech. 14:35 left to play. Texas only down by 2. They were down by 10 points a couple minutes ago. 8-zip run for the Longhorns last 3 minutes. Top of the key, Christian Bishop moves it out to his right to Marcus Carr. He can heat up and score in bunches just like that. Bounce pass to Serge Jabari Rice. Jabari Rice lobs it over to the mid-block to Bishop. And he pivots, lost it out of bounds. Just tried to do too much right there by Christian Bishop. As he turns it over, it will go back to Texas Tech. 25 plus watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe on the channel. I cover play-by-play of basketball games here, play-by-play of college hoops, and also NBA streams. And let us know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for if you haven't already done so. Texas Tech with a possession. AMAC back into the game once again. Working on Bishop at the left elbow. Moves it over to O'Banner. O'Banner at the baseline. Sends it back outside to Harmon. Into the hands to Jalen Tyson. Tyson at the top of the key off the pick set by AMAC. 8 on the shot clock. Jalen Tyson dribbles, attacks, floats it up over the top. Has position behind the defense, and Kevin O'Banner scores. Up and through, puts it home for 2. Much needed bucket right there for the Red Raiders. 0-4 in a Big 12, playing desperate outside the top 70 in the net. Nowhere to be found, not even close to the top 25. 3-point shot straight away. It's good by Marcus Carr of Texas. It's a 1-point game now, 42-41. Marcus Carr, 9 points in the first 6.5 minutes of half number 2. Tyson turns the corner, jumper, 17-footer straight away. He drills it. Scoring starting to pick up right now. Jalen Tyson for the deep 2. 11 points now for Tyson. Chargers get a field goal. Chargers lead the Jags 27-24. And that game's got 4:25 still remaining in the second. Wow. Marcus Carr putting his team on his back here. In the second half, he's got 14 points, 12 points by Timmy Allen, the 2 lone players in double figures scoring for Texas. 14 points by Pop Isaacs, making 4 threes. 11 points by Jalen Tyson, now the top 2 scorers tonight for Texas Tech. Kevin O'Banner with 8, fathers AMAC, his Texas Tech debut with 6. Texas, down low, missed the shot. Rebound goes to the Red Raiders. Isaacs attacks the paint. Swings it out to the wing. Cross-court pass over to Tyson. Bounce pass off to O'Banner. O'Banner 1-on-1 at the low block. O'Banner brings a double team. Now O'Banner lost it. Had it stripped. Texas comes out with a steal. Christian Bishop steal in the key. Here goes the Longhorns for the tie if they can make a 3. Jabari Rice elevates for the J. Bang, bang. He drills it. Sir Jabari Rice evens it up at 44 with 12.5 left to go, and a big 3 off the turnover. Texas Tech will slow down the basketball, and now they'll take a timeout. 12:24 left to go. The energy has been put back in the building here in Austin, Texas. As right now, the Moody Center rocking for this one. Texas down by 12. They have tied it up at 44. The Longhorns, the comeback kids once again. Second half in a big, big way for Texas. And this is not a good sign for Texas Tech. This team has gone through so many close losses this season, so much heartbreak for the Red Raiders this year. They had leads that they have blown, and this could be another one in a season that has been just not been able to come through in clutch moments for this team. Losses against Creighton by 11. Ohio State, they lost by 7. They lost the game at TCU that they were up throughout most of that game to begin conference play. 67-61. They lost the game that they were up for most of the game in the second half against Kansas. Kansas came back and won on the road. Oklahoma lost in overtime by 5. And then the last game was the outlier, got blown out by 34 on the road at Iowa State. But remaining of those games, 5 of the 6 losses coming by 11 points or fewer. +30 watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, college hoops, and also NBA streams. Next planned stream, I plan on covering the Grizzlies against the Suns on Monday at 6 p.m., so feel free to join in. Much earlier stream time than usual, but NBA stream I plan on covering on Monday nights. So yeah, if you're watching the playoffs right now, the score is 27-0. Chargers leading the Jaguars. Just such a disappointing playoff game for the Jaguars. 4 interceptions by Trevor Lawrence. A couple of college basketball scores currently. UCLA ranked at number 7 in the nation, trailing at home against Colorado, 44-38. San Diego State ranked at number 23 right now. They're losing at home against New Mexico, 26-21. Both of those games in the first half. Auburn ranked at number 21 this week, up over Mississippi State, 32-24. Yeah, Kansas beat Iowa State. Kansas just has a knack of winning close game after close game. Sadly, no, but we might need it tonight. We get back to action, 12:15 remaining. Unfortunately, the NFL has never implemented a running clock, but they got that for a lot of high schools when the score gets to like 40 or 50 plus. 3-point shot missed off the back rim by Isaacs. Texas comes out with a defensive board. Jabari Rice made the last 3 at the wing. He drives now inside the paint. Jabari Rice will draw the blocking foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. Sir Jabari Rice setting the tone right now for the Longhorns. He had a clutch steal in the final moments to seal the game up against TCU, and he is a scrappy defensive type of player who can also get to the rim and set the tone for this team. Jabari Rice will head to the free throw line to shoot 2, coming onto the timeout. Media timeout on the floor, 11:57 left remaining in the second half. Texas and Texas Tech tied up 44-44. All right, back to the timeout slide we go once again. We got a good one right now. This game very well could come down to the wire. Already 2 games determined by 1 possession today in the Big 12. Kansas with a 2-point victory, 62-60, hosting Iowa State. And then Oklahoma, a win at home over West Virginia today, 77-76. It's been all the home teams winning games in the Big 12. 2 blowouts, 2 close games. Baylor winners over Oklahoma State, 74-58. And then TCU, impressive victory at home today over Kansas State, which K-State was coming in strong, 15-1 record. But TCU comes up with a victory today at Fort Worth, 82-68. Hey, Derek, welcome to Stream, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Appreciate it, brother. Sure. I'll keep you guys updated. Right now in the NFL, the Chargers leading the Jaguars 27-0 with 2.5 minutes before halftime. Trevor Lawrence has thrown 4 interceptions in the first half. Other games going on for college basketball right now. UCLA playing Colorado. Colorado leading 44-43. Auburn up at the start of the second half over Mississippi State. Auburn leads 34-26. And New Mexico leading San Diego State right now 26-21. So a couple ranked teams trailing. Just going to find the final scores from today. Here's the final score. So if you guys are just tuning in, Kansas winners over Iowa State 62-60. Kansas won. There were 2 games in the Big 12 determined by 1 possession. Oklahoma won by 1 over West Virginia. 77-76, Oklahoma won today. And then Alabama blew the doors off LSU, 106-66. Alabama looks like they're a legitimate national title contender. Kentucky with a big win on the road at number 5 ranked Tennessee, 63-56. Kentucky saving their season. Virginia winning today at Florida State, 67-58. Vanderbilt picked up the victory over Arkansas, 97-84. And then NC State winning today against Miami, 83-81. Indiana, much-needed victory for them, winning over Wisconsin 63-45. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually a Providence fan myself. I'm from southeastern Mass. Providence with a tough game today. They came in ranked at number 19, lost on the road at Creighton 73-67. Creighton, really good team in their home floor. That's a tough game anytime you're from the Big East and you have to fly out to the middle of the U.S. to play at Creighton. Really, really tough game, tough environment over there. As Creighton picked up a much-needed win today. Florida picked up a much-needed win. They beat Missouri. Mizzou went 0-2 this week as they will most likely drop out of the top 25. And then Clemson will come into the top 25 most likely on Monday. Clemson undefeated in the ACC, won against Duke today, 72-64. So we get back to action now. Both of the free throws good at the line for Texas. Jabari Rice, 2 free throws made at the line, 46-44. First lead in a long time here for the Longhorns, 16-4 run. Texas Tech was up at one point, 40-30. There's a block by Texas. Longhorns come back with a basketball. Pass midcourt for Texas. They will give it out to the corner. Rice takes the 3, missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound by Bishop. They will continue the possession for the Longhorns. Jabari Rice, he has been the star lately in this game. He has the ball at the top of the key. 11-10 left to go in the second. Rice, bounce pass down low post. Bishop, turn around, puts it up. He hits it. Up and in off the glass by Christian Bishop with an assist by Jabari Rice with 11 minutes left to go. Texas leads by 4. What a comeback right now. 18-4 run by the Longhorns. They were down by 18 points against TCU. They came back and won on a Wednesday. Amac floats up the shot, missed off the glass too strong, and the board controlled by Texas. Longhorns looking to push it down low. Bishop swings it out to the wing. Up fake around the perimeter for the Longhorns. They will take it down inside. Arterio Morris attacking right to the rim. He gets the layup. Morris for 2 for the freshman, and the Longhorns up by 6. All the momentum right now in the building for Texas. 20-4 run in the last 10 minutes, or a 20-4 run in the last 6.5 minutes for Texas as we have 10:19 remaining in the game. And the timeout taken by Mark Adams at Texas Tech. Longhorn fans pumped up about this one. Ranked at number 10 in the nation. Hook 'em right now in this game for Texas as they have exactly hooked Texas Tech right now, taking the lead and looking to take this one by storm for the Longhorns. Man, just heartbreak after heartbreak for Texas Tech. This is just too bad for a team that plays just so close, so competitive, and they have just lost their complete competitive fire here in the second half. Texas outscoring Texas Tech in the second half, 25-10 in favor of the Longhorns. Mario, welcome back in, man. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight, Texas or Texas Tech in this game. Texas Tech playing desperate, 0-4 in the Big 12. Needing a win to keep their season alive, looking like the NIT most likely. Texas 3-1 in the Big 12, top tier team in the conference without their head coach for the remaining part of this year and the remaining part of the future. Their interim head coach comes in, 7-1 record with their interim head coach, and now they got themselves a 6-point lead with a massive comeback. Chris, welcome in. Glad to have you back in, man. Hope all is going well. Texas Tech attacking downhill as they will draw the blocking foul, and this will send Davion Harmon to the free throw line. Yeah, that's crazy that Chad Henne is still in the NFL. Like, I completely forgot about him. Wow, New Mexico. Maybe they are legit. They're leading on the road at San Diego State 32-23. So hold the thought about New Mexico. New Mexico might still make it to the tournament. If they win that game at San Diego State tonight, that is huge. First free throw is good for the Red Raiders. And second free throw is good, so Harmon makes them both. As we're approaching the midway mark of the second half, just over 10 minutes left to go. Texas with the possession on the outside. Jabari Rice at the left wing works his way over to Bishop. Out to the corner, Jabari Rice. Moves it over to Brock Cunningham at the left wing. Swings it over to the free throw circle. Jumper, catching fire. Missed the shot by Arterio Morris at the free throw circle. Texas Tech comes out with a rebound. 9:45 left to go. Red Raiders will slow it down this possession. Davian Harmon, edge of the Longhorn logo. And away from the basketball, we'll have a whistle. Foul picked up by the Longhorns. Quick update on the top scores tonight. 14 points by Marcus Carr for Texas. Most of those points coming in the second half. 12 points by Timmy Allen. 10 points by Sir Jabari Rice coming off the bench. And he's got 3 assists, the top playmaker tonight for Texas for Rice. 14 points by Pop Isaacs. 11 by Jalen Tyson for Texas Tech. And Fardaz Amac gives it away. What was that? Looked like he should have went into a turnaround jumper. Instead, Fardaz Amac into the key, turns around, fires a pass that sails wide of one of his teammates in the key as he was like 5 feet away from him, and that's a turnover. That's been the story of the season for Texas Tech. They came into this game to 4 conference games with 65 total turnovers to just 39 total assists. That cannot happen if you want to make it to the NCAA tournament. Rice at the low block, moves it on top. Carr, open 3, top of the key. He drills it. Marcus Carr straight away heating up here in half number 2, the top scorer in the game, up to 17 points. 12 of those points scoring in the second half here in the first 11 minutes. Marcus Carr hits his season average, only 5 at the half. Amac backs his way, low post. Amac banks one up and in off the glass. A lot of rust by Fardaz Amac in his first game at Texas Tech. Had 6 points in the first half. Finally scored as we have under 9 minutes left to go. Carr takes the 3. Missed off the rim. Rebound controlled by O'Banner. Oh, it's poke loose. Texas comes out with a steal. And they get the bucket. They're going to give it to them or no? Is it offensive by Texas? As we get a fall on the floor. This is a big call by the referees. A steal by Jabari Rice. Love that hustle, and then goes right at O'Banner at the rim. They're pointing in Texas Tech's direction, so they will not count the bucket. Jabari Rice had scored a wave off the bucket. Offensive foul. O'Banner underneath the hoop took the charge. Wow, that looked more like it should have been an and one. That looked like it would have been an and one. It would have put the energy throughout the building. Instead, Texas Tech takes a 3 and they connect on it from the outside. 2-point game. 3-point shot made from the perimeter by Amac. 8:10 left to go. That's a huge momentum swing right there. Score could have been 56-48. An 8-point game, and now it's a 2-point game as it got rolled an offensive foul by Texas. Red Raiders chance to tie it up with a 2. Isaac shovels it down low. O'Banner rejected off the glass. Huge rejection right there by Texas by Dylan Dessou. Dessou with his 4th block of the night. Rice takes the 3. Missed off the back rim, and the rebound controlled by Jalen Tyson. A lot of bricks in this game tonight. Texas just 6 for 23 from 3. Texas Tech 6 of 16. 7.5 left to go. Isaacs attacking inside the paint, and he'll draw the blocking foul on Dessou. The game clock will stop now. 7:33 left to go. Huge swing in the momentum. Couple plays ago, Sir Jabari Rice came up with a steal at midcourt. He went straight to the paint, attacked right on a Texas Tech defender. It was Kevin O'Banner. O'Banner took the charge. As Jabari Rice got the bucket, referees waved it off, said it was an offensive foul. It would have put Texas potentially up by 8 with a bucket and then the made free throw, but no, Texas Tech got the ball back. They were down by 5. They took the 3 up the floor the next play later. They cut the deficit to 2. And that's where we are right now. 53-51, Texas. 7:33 left to go in the second half. 27-7 right before half. Chargers lead Jags. Do I think Michigan State at home going to beat Purdue on Monday? I think so. I think that's going to be a wake-up call for Purdue. Purdue has historically struggled on the road. I'm just going to get up Purdue. My personal opinion about Purdue, I think they peaked too soon for them. They've got some close wins on the road against some pretty bad teams from the Big Ten. And Michigan State 7-1 in their home floor this year. I heard the last 4 seasons, Purdue has finished 500 or worse in road games. They've historically struggled on the road. So they beat Ohio State their last road game. Their last road game is quite a bit of time, January the 5th. So you're looking at 10-plus days since the last road game for Purdue. They won at Ohio State 71-69. Here's the thing is that Ohio State, they're not even that great this season. They just lost against Minnesota yesterday. And that was a home game they lost against Minnesota. Other than that, the other 2 road games that Purdue has played are at Florida State. Florida State is one of the bottom Power 5 teams this year. And then the other road game is at Nebraska. They won in overtime 65-62. So challenging schedule upcoming against desperate teams for Purdue. And it starts off with Michigan State on Monday afternoon. So at Michigan State, at Minnesota, at Michigan. Michigan, a long way from being in the bracket. They've been good at home, though, but they're just been all over the place this year for Michigan. At Indiana. Indiana came out with a big win today, hosting Wisconsin. At Northwestern, at Maryland, at Wisconsin. That's the road schedule for Purdue now until March. Yeah, I think he's a 4-star for Elijah Fisher because he's like a top 60 recruit. Pretty close to a 5, though. But yeah, I'm shocked here looking at the roster that he hasn't been able to play that much. TG, Shaggy, welcome to the stream, guys. 30+ watching right now. If you're new on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. We'll get back to action in just a moment. Pop Isaacs, 14 points. He's the top scorer for Texas Tech tonight. He'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. 11 points by Jalen Tyson. 11 off the bench by Fardaz Amack for Texas Tech. Leading all scorers, Marcus Carr for Texas got 17 with Timmy Allen, who's got 12. And Sir Jabari Rice, 10 points and 4 assists. First shot is good by Isaacs. And the second one's good as well. We're tied, 53 all. 7-zip run by Texas Tech. 7:30 remaining. Texas lost it. Dylan Dessou stumbles around the perimeter. He gets it. Right place, right time. Back into his hands. Sends it off to Marcus Carr. Carr passes off to the corner. Timmy Allen double-teamed, and he passed it to the wrong player. Turnover stolen away by Davion Harmon of Texas Tech. Isaacs attacks baseline, puts up the jumper. Off the glass a little bit too strong. Amack gets out-hustled. Rebound in the corner by Carr. Here goes Texas. Allen. Oh, he had numbers in the break with Dessou right behind the defense, and Texas gets called in the travel. Their 13th turnover to game. Yeah, they just rushed that sequence. They should have been able to send it behind the defense. They had an opportunity to score in a fast break, and Dylan Dessou up the floor just didn't see Timmy Allen in time behind the defense before Texas Tech covered. 7 minutes left to go. Red Raiders catch a break. They get the basketball back. Davion Harmon takes it past midcourt. He's on the floor with Kevin O'Banner, Pop Isaacs, Fardaz Amack, and Jalen Tyson. Turnover in the key by Texas Tech. Their 14th turnover. Carr up the floor, takes a 3. Missed off the rim, and the rebound hauled in by Tyson of the Red Raiders. So Texas Tech will slow the possession down. 6:30 left to go in a tie game at 53. Pop Isaacs moves it on top to Amack. Amack around the perimeter, hands it off to Tyson. Tyson guarded by Carr on the outside. Tyson, crossover, takes the 3 over Carr. Missed off the rim, and Amack pokes it over to where it was deflected by Texas to midcourt, and it will go back to Texas Tech. Texas Tech with the ball, 6 minutes left to go. Here goes Harmon, attacks inside the paint, floats it up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Christian Bishop of Texas. Here goes the Longhorns with it. They got a 3-on-2. Jabari Rice has it inside the key. Shovels it over to Allen. Moves it over to Rice. Up fake. Gets past Amac. Puts it up. Missed the layup. Tipped off the glass. No good. And Texas Tech with strong defense there comes out with a defensive rebound. 5.5 left to go. A brick fest as of late. Back and forth with no made shots. At the right elbow, Amac working on Bishop one-on-one. 12 in the shot clock. Amac backs his way mid-block. Swings it out. Deflected. Texas comes up with a steal. Fardaw's Amac, couple bad turnovers here in the second half. Turnover problems been a major issue all season long for the Red Raiders. Here's Allen at the left elbow. Allen swings it across the floor. Wide open three, catching fire. Jabari Rice hits it. Bang, bang from the perimeter. Number 10 in a white and orange out with a huge game tonight for Jabari Rice, the transfer from New Mexico State. He's got 13, providing a major impact here in the second half. Pop Isaacs. Bounce pass at the wing. Has it once again. Attacks inside the paint with a right hand. Scoop score up and off the backboard. Isaacs gets the layup. 4:35 left to go. Isaacs top scorer tonight. He's got 18 for Texas Tech. Texas with the ball at the top of the key. Here's Carr. Attacks the paint. Floats it up mid-block. Swoosh. Texas with a runner by Marcus Carr. Walking bucket this season. 6th in the Big 12 in scoring. Evan, April, Jess in the stream, welcome in. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball, play-by-play, both college basketball games and NBA games. This is the only one I'm streaming tonight, so no stream after this. Next stream will be on Monday. Grizzlies against Suns at 6 o'clock for NBA. Jumper at the corner, misfire by O'Banner. Offensive rebound, back to Isaacs. Long-range three, 30-footer straight away, missed off the back rim. Texas comes up with a defensive rebound, up by 3 at home for the Longhorns. Texas moves it over to the outside. Jabari Rice will keep on firing. That three, no good though, as it missed off the front rim. Isaacs takes up the floor. Bounce pass, low block O'Banner. O'Banner double teamed O'Banner. Hard take down low. He gets fouled. And Kevin O'Banner will shoot 2 at the free throw line for Texas Tech. A lot of basketball and not a whole lot of whistles as of late. Both of these teams must be gassed. Timmy Allen picks up the blocking foul. And now we will head to a timeout taken on the floor. 3:33 left to go. Both of the teams have their wheels falling off offensively as of late. A lot of bricks in that sequence for the past 4+ minutes of action. 58-55 Texas, and 2 free throws coming up after the timeout by Texas Tech at the free throw line with Kevin O'Banner. Wow, we got 50+ right now watching, so welcome in everybody. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, and glad to have you guys join in, being a part here on the channel. Next planned stream I'm covering will be on Monday with the NBA, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Phoenix Suns. Next college basketball stream I plan on covering will be on Tuesday night, and a good one. It will be Kansas against K-State, so feel free to join in for that game. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Celtics fan, by the way, from Massachusetts. My college team that I root for is Providence, but I cover all different types of teams here, NBA and college basketball streams. And let us know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for, by the way, tonight, Texas or Texas Tech. Massive game. Texas come from behind victories aren't something new. They came from behind against TCU, won by 18 on Wednesday night. Trying to do it once again in their home floor. Texas Tech playing super desperate. This team just cannot win a close game for Texas Tech. 5 of the 6 losses coming by 11 points or less. They lost a close game at TCU to open up conference play. They lost by 3 against Kansas a week and a half ago. And Texas Tech trying to avoid not be 0-5 in the Big 12. To join West Virginia. They're hoping not to. West Virginia lost by 1 today against Oklahoma. Here's the scores today from the Big 12. First game today, Oklahoma won by 1 at home against West Virginia 77-76. Kansas winning by a possession as well, beat Iowa State 62-60. I have no clue why in the world they put that game on ESPN Plus, and at the same time they put Florida State against Virginia on ESPN2. TCU, what a win tonight. So they redeemed themselves, winning over K-State 82-68. And then Baylor, Much needed win for Baylor. They started out 0-3 in conference play. They won 2 in a row. Baylor wins over Oklahoma State 74-58. Games currently going on at the moment. Couple top 25 teams in action. UCLA, they found their rhythm. UCLA leading Colorado 61-49 in the final 3 minutes. New Mexico up over San Diego State. It's a road game for New Mexico. 38-28 for New Mexico right now. And Auburn looking to close out Mississippi State. Still midway through the second half. 50-41 Auburn leads. .333 left to go here. 3-point lead by Texas. Marcus Carr with a major impact in the second half. The top scorer in the game. He's got 19 points. 14 of those points coming in half number 2. Pop Isaac's top scorer tonight for Texas Tech. 18 points, where he's made 4 3-point shots. Kevin O'Banner, 87% free throw shooter at the line, coming up to shoot 2 for Texas Tech as we are back from the timeout. First one is no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Missed by O'Banner. Every single one of these points, big counting difference right there. That's the second missed free throw of the game by Texas Tech. 7 for 9 at the free throw line. Texas 9 for 13 today. Second free throw by O'Banner. He missed them both. Off the back rim, no good with 3.5 left to go. Texas comes up with a rebound. Going empty that trip certainly does not help for Texas Tech. Yeah, it's just been disappointing, man. They just don't have a signature win to them this year. As Daniel Bacho, away from the basketball, picked up a foul, and matters worse right now for Texas Tech. Bacho has just fouled out. So that wasn't even close to the basketball when a foul happened for Bacho. So he is done. He just picked up his 5th. 6 team fouls by Texas Tech now. Texas also has 6. Next time around, once these teams give a fall, they'll be in the bonus. Sneaks around, up and under, no good. Missed off the glass by Brock Cunningham. Texas Tech lucky there, able to get the rebound back. Cunningham not able to finish inside the low post. Pop Isaacs has possession at the left wing. Bounce pass deflected out of bounds, far side of the floor by Carr. Jalen Tyson with a double-double, by the way, for Texas Tech. 11 points, 13 boards now. Hey, thanks so much, Rich. Really appreciate it, man. Texas Tech gets the inbound. Amac hands it off to Isaacs. Isaacs drives inside the key with the right hand. No good, missed off the glass. That's a tough drive. He got knocked down, though, late in the process as we get a late whistle. Referee is going to call... That's on Christian Bishop. Is this going to be a blocking foul here by Christian Bishop? Or that's going to be on the rebound. That's on the rebound. Yeah, that's on the rebound. Carr was the one contesting the shot. That's number 7 either way. So this is going to send Texas Tech to the bonus now. So Texas picks up team foul number 7. Happened on the rebound for the fall. Sends Fardal's Amac to the free throw line to shoot in the 1-on-1 bonus. And the first one is good. 2:58 left to play in the game clock. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys on board tonight. 2:58 left to go. Texas picked up personal foul number 7 as a team in the second half. Texas Tech with 6. Amac will shoot one more at the free throw line. First game he has played this year for the Red Raiders. He's got 12 points and could not get 13. No good off the front rim. Texas Tech 1 for 4 at the free throw line on the last 4 shot attempts. Texas with a 2-point lead. Carr around the perimeter. Free throw is pretty close. Both teams have missed 4. Texas Tech 8 for 12. Texas 9 for 13 at the charity stripe. Carr takes the jumper at the left elbow. Missed off the mark. And a battle for the loose ball on the rebound. Who last touched it? Referees will say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Texas by Christian Bishop. It'll be Texas Tech basketball coming up. Yep, that's off Bishop's right thigh out of bounds. 2:30 left to go. Texas Tech down by 2. Can tie it up with a made 2. Take the lead with a 3. Davion Harmon, top of the key, hands it off to Isaacs. 18 points, top scorer for the Red Raiders. Isaacs, dribble, drive, attacks right to the paint. Missed the open layup, no good. Knocked out of bounds, though, by Texas. Serge Jabari Rice in the backside right there. Able to provide impactful defense. Oh, he got a fingertip on it. Yeah, Jabari Rice got a fingertip on the backside, altering the layup of Pop Isaacs. That's rolled a block, the 8th block as a team tonight for Texas. Texas Tech with just 1 block as a team. Amac, hook shot into the key, no good. Battle for the rebound. The Longhorns come down with it, and it'll be Texas possession as Texas Tech picks up a rebound foul. 2:06 left to go. Cannot convert in the low post. That's been a problem here in the second half for the Red Raiders. And Jalen Tyson picks up his 3rd personal. Texas will now go to the bonus and shoot in the 1-and-1. Yes, this is in Austin tonight. So this is a Texas home game here at the Moody Center. Fardaws Amac, first game, a lot of rust for him today. 12 points, 5 for 12 shooting from the floor, 5 rebounds for Amac, and gonna take a while to get back. He played a good amount of minutes for his first game of the season. Christian Bishop, no good on the first free throw. Tried to follow it up, but couldn't get the rebound in time. It went out of bounds. Great hustle there by Bishop. This man, Christian Bishop, he's explosive. Really good player when he played at Creighton. Explosive at the rim, provides a ton of hustle. Got a lot of good hustle players here at Texas. Serge Jabari Rice, absolute elite defender they got from New Mexico State. That program preaches a lot of defense. 1:50 left to go. Texas Tech with the basketball. Davion Harmon dribbles to the top of the key, moves over to Amac. Amac dribbles up to the left baseline. Amac inside the low post. Now Amac lost it. 3rd turnover of the game by Fardaws Amac. Here goes Texas running the floor. Pass ahead of the pack and will lead to a hard foul picked up. And this will send 2 free throws coming up at the line by Timmy Allen of Texas. So we got a minute 37 left to go. Turnovers. That's been the problem of this season for Texas Tech. It proves costly. They have turned it over 15 times tonight. Just 8 total assists by the Red Raiders. Timmy Allen, 59% free throw shooter, shooting 2. First one is a make. Texas Tech with the turnover struggles this season. They came in through 4 conference games, 65 turnovers to just 39 assists for the Red Raiders. Second free throw is good. Look at that. 59% free throw shooter. Timmy Allen, and he drills them both. 1:30 left to go. Down by 4. They had a 12-point lead at one point in this game. Attacking the paint, and Davion Harmon will draw a Texas foul. Blocking foul by Texas. It will send Harmon to the free throw line to shoot 2. Christian Bishop picks up his 4th. Texas Tech team that is super desperate, trying to avoid going 0-5 to be alongside West Virginia at the bottom of the conference. Just seems like right now in the Big 12 that tiers have formed in this conference. Now West Virginia and Texas Tech most likely going to miss the tournament unless they have a remarkable turnaround. Right now looking like the NIT. After that, Big 12 looks like a 7 to 8 bid league with Oklahoma State both in the bubble. Oklahoma playing games really tough. Looks like they have a good chance of being in, sneaking their way into the bracket. Oklahoma State, a question mark, play-in type of team, in or out. We'll see on Selection Sunday. A lot of season remaining. Both of the free throws are good. And a lot of season to turn it around here, especially for Texas Tech, but playing the toughest schedule when you get to conference play in all college basketball. All the games an absolute challenge of a gauntlet in the Big 12. 1:15 left to go. Texas with the ball. 2-point lead for the Longhorns. Marcus Carr double-teamed around the perimeter. Gets past 2 defenders. Slides it out to the top. Open 3, Texas. Oh, that could be the exclamation point. 3-point shot drilled straight away by Brock Cunningham. Final minute left to go. Brock Cunningham has closed out games in the final minute before. Jumper off the mid-range. Missed off the mark by Texas Tech. They get the offensive rebound. Isaacs floats up the runner. Missed off the back rim. And we have a foul picked up on the floor. It's going to be charged to Texas by Timmy Allen. Blocking foul with 51 seconds left to go. It will send Pop Isaacs to the free throw line to shoot two. 12-point lead at one point in this game for Texas Tech. They were up 40-30 at the beginning of the second half, and they get outscored 38-24 in half number 2. Texas went on a 20-4 run in a 6-minute span to take the lead and never look back. 2 free throws to the line for Pop Isaacs. First one is good. Pop Isaacs, 4-star freshman, keeping Texas Tech in this game. 19 points, perfect, 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Made 4 threes tonight, the top scorer for Texas Tech. After that, Jalen Tyson with 11 points, 13 boards. Off the bench, Fardaz Amack with 12 points, 5 rebounds. Second shot, that is good for Pop Isaacs. 3-point game, 50.9 seconds left to go. Texas with 3 timeouts. Texas Tech with just 1. Next stream on Monday, feel free to join in, 6 p.m. I'll be covering the Grizzlies against the Suns for NBA. Next college basketball stream Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Sunflower Showdown. Kansas versus Kansas State. Count the bucket and the foul. Inside the low post. Texas up the floor. And one coming up at the free throw line for the Longhorns as they score plus the foul with Timmy Allen, who gets the bucket. Marcus Carr on a mission. Took it quick up the floor behind the defense. Texas Tech's defense not back in time. Carr makes the pass off to Allen through the contact. Banks it through off the backboard. +1 coming up at the charity stripe. Double bonus time as well for Texas. 46.3 seconds remaining. One shot coming up here by Timmy Allen. Crushing defeats in the Big 12 all season long so far for Texas Tech. They blew a lead late in the game against TCU, lost in the conference opener. Free throw is good with 44 seconds left. Also blew a lead against Kansas, lost that game. Blew a 12-point lead today and about to lose against Texas as it goes out of bounds. Texas Tech missed the layup, knocked out of bounds. Referees will see who last touched the basketball with 36 seconds. As I think they're going to go to the review table right here to see who last touched it out, as we got 36.2 seconds left to go. Missed layup, reverse hand by Pop Isaacs, went off the rim. I believe that's out by number 32, Christian Bishop. Referees said it's going to be Texas basketball, though, so initial call, referees said it was last touched by Texas Tech. Let's see here in the replay. Isaacs, reverse hand layup, missed it off the glass. Just made that much more complex than he should have. Just could have went in straight to the rim and would have scored. Yeah, that looks like it's out of bounds by Bishop. That looks like it's out of bounds by Bishop off his hands last. Was it deflected from behind Bishop? That's the key. There was a Texas Tech player that came in late from behind off Bishop and deflected it. So referees will point in the direction for Texas Tech. So they have reversed the call on the floor. Initial call was Texas basketball. They point now in the direction for Texas Tech. So this will stay Red Raiders basketball with 36.2 seconds left to go. Texas Tech scoreless. Texas Tech no field goals made in the last 4 minutes in this game. Texas Tech 0 field goals made in the last 4 minutes of this game, as that graphic just popped up on the screen. It was a 12-point lead at one point for Texas Tech. Heartbreak all season long for this team. Playing desperate, came off a 34-point loss on Tuesday against Iowa State. Isaacs takes a 3 from distance. He hits it. That's a big-time 3 with 31 seconds left to go off the inbounds. Timeout taken on the floor by Texas Tech. They are out of timeouts. Texas still has all 3 timeouts remaining. Pop Isaacs putting his team on his back. Bright future. Drills the 3 straight away. He's got 20 in this game tonight. Or he's got 23 as it updates. 23 points by Pop Isaacs. Makes his 5th 3 tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play of NBA games, also college hoops here as well. 32 seconds left to go. It will be Texas basketball once we get back to action. Looks like they have a quick 30-second timeout. Charge to Texas Tech. Yeah, definitely for sure. Big 12 and Big East look really good right now. Big 10's been super disappointing, and then ACC has been extremely disappointing right now. It's play-by-play only, cannot show the actual game due to copyright. Quick update, both of these teams in a double bonus, 31.2 seconds left to go. Texas will get the inbounds. It will be in the backcourt of Texas Tech. Serge Jabari Rice, the inbound passer, will be defended by Jalen Tyson. Texas Tech out of timeouts. Texas with 3 timeouts remaining. Yeah, I think YouTube is on like a 30-second delay between the game. 28 seconds left to go. Texas has to clear midcourt. They will with Jabari Rice. Oh, they got numbers here, but they're not going to attempt a shot. They will force Texas Tech to fall, which they do with 20.6 seconds. Kevin O'Banner picks up his 4th foul on the reach-in, so they had 13 seconds approximately go off the clock with Texas dribbling around the floor. Double bonus time now for the Longhorns. Serge Jabari Rice, the guy that you want the ball in his hands, 88% free throw shooter in the season, will shoot 2 at the line. First one automatic as he drills it. 2-possession game. Serge Jabari Rice, the closer. Looking for 15 tonight on the board for Rice. And he makes the second one. 15 points, but a transfer from New Mexico State, Serge Jabari Rice. Providing a big impact, clutch moment to seal the game on Wednesday against TCU in an 18-point comeback. Texas down by 12 tonight. Comeback kids once again on their home floor here. Close games all over again in the Big 12. Timeout taken on the court by Texas. They're down to 2 timeouts left to go. Texas Tech's going to need a key bucket extremely quick to get themselves back into this one. Down by 5 for the Red Raiders. They will have to go quick up the floor with 20 seconds remaining. Pop Isaac's top player tonight in the game for Texas Tech with 23 points. He's the top scorer tonight. 19 points by Marcus Carr of Texas, 17 by Timmy Allen, 15 by Serge Jabari Rice. 20 seconds left to go. Inbound for Texas Tech. Over to Jalen Tyson. Will have to take a quick shot. He'll take a deep range jumper. Oh, he hits the 3. That's Davion Harmon who makes it, number 23. 2-point game now. Harmon with a big-time 3. Just launched one. Contested. A lot of airtime on it, and he splashed it. 14.2 seconds left to go. He was guarded closely as well. That's number 2 of Texas, Arterio Morris, who is on the defense defending Davion Harmon. Just launches up a high-arcing 3 and sends it right through. Nothing but net. Harmon up to 10 now. Texas Tech whistled on a quick reach-in fall. This will send Texas back to the free throw line. Best free throw shooter in the team, Serge Jabari Rice. First one is good. 6 for 7 at the free throw line. You want the ball in this guy's hands to close out the game. Second one is good. This dude is automatic. 70 points now for Texas. 14 seconds left to go. Texas Tech will get the inbound. Pass midcourt here with Harmon. Harmon just made a tough 3. Harmon will attack inside the paint. He'll put one up, down by 4. It's through for 2. 70-68 with 6.9 seconds left to go. They're going to need a quick fall. They will. They reach into the backcourt. And once again, it's Rice who has the ball. Serge Jabari Rice, clutch at the free throw line tonight, will shoot 2 more with 5.9 seconds. This is what you want in a team to make a run in the tournament. You want a closer, and Texas has got that here. with a player that can knock down free throws. 7 for 8 at the free throw line, 88% this season by Rice. Will shoot 2 more in a double bonus. First one, right down the middle. Court cleanup crew has to come on, clean up a wet spot for a brief moment here on the floor. Thanks so much all for joining in. If you guys enjoyed the stream tonight, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Texas was trailing by 12 points at one point in this game. They came from behind. They were down at one point 40-30. They went on a 20-4 run ever since. They took the lead for good. They have not looked back, and they have kept on leading. Second free throw missed. Texas Tech comes up with a rebound, and Texas, up by 3, will commit the reach and foul. So that saying, always follow up late by 3. Texas does it right there. It will send Texas Tech to the double bonus now, shooting 2 at the free throw line with 4.8 seconds left to go. If they're the Red Raiders, you have to make the first one, miss the second one, and hope that you get the rebound back and can put up a shot around the buzzer. Jalen Tyson, career high 14 rebounds tonight. Will shoot at the free throw line. First one he needs to make. It's a critical one with 4.8 seconds remaining. 76% free throw shooter. First one he does. He drills it. And now here's a big call for Texas Tech. Most likely you're looking to miss, and you have to get the offensive rebound back. They've got 14 offensive rebounds tonight compared to 7 by Texas. So 4.8 seconds remaining. Free throw coming up at the line for Texas Tech, down by 2. And they'll have to miss this free throw, get it back, and put up a shot around the buzzer. You're looking to miss this free throw, and you need to get the offensive rebound. Jalen Tyson at the free throw line, looking to miss on purpose. And it goes off. Texas there for the board with Marcus Carr. Collision underneath the hoop with 2 players. O'Banner got tangled up with Cunningham. And this will send Texas to the free throw line as Texas Tech commits the fall. And Jalen Tyson, his free throw, not even a favorable bounce. That just got stuck. It got wedged between the backboard and the back right corner of the rim. Just a bad spot to purposely miss that ball. You wanted to send it off the glass or off the back rim where it soars up, gets some hang time, and it just went off dead. Off like the back part of the backboard towards the back right corner of the rim. It went off dead and it just dropped straight down. Jalen Tyson was the one who picked up the fall. He has just fallen out. So he picked up his 5th for Texas Tech. 3.8 seconds left to go. Texas in the double bonus will shoot 2 at the free throw line to see if they can complete the W right here with Marcus Carr. Another great free throw shooter. 81% at the line for Marcus Carr. Perfect 1 for 1 tonight. Will shoot 2 in the double bonus. First one, no good. He missed it. So Carr missed the free throw. And now, if he makes it, Texas Tech will have to hoist a desperation 3. 3.8 seconds remaining. Marcus Carr will shoot a second shot at the free throw line. Does Texas Tech have a miracle moment in them to somehow force overtime? Carr makes the second one. All they can do is force overtime. They will need a desperation 3 and a timeout taken by Texas to talk about what defense they will play here. 3.8 seconds left to go. Texas Tech will have the inbound. They will have to go the length of the floor coming up. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Just another night in the Big 12. 2 games already decided by 1 possession today in the Big 12. This most likely going to be a 3rd. Kansas, 2-point winners at home today over Iowa State, 62-60. Oklahoma, 1-point victory over West Virginia, 77-76. Texas Tech will get the inbounds after the timeout. Both of the teams in the double bonus. Texas with 1 timeout remaining. Texas Tech will need a desperation 3 unless Texas commits a foul once again. We'll see. They'll have to go the length of the floor to take a three and drill it with 3.8 seconds left to go. Pop Isaacs, top scorer tonight. Watch for the ball to go in his hands. He's got 23 points. He is 5 for 9 from three-point range. No timeouts for Texas Tech either. Texas Tech will have to go the distance of the floor. Inbound will be underneath Texas's hoop in the Texas Tech backcourt. Inbound passer will be Davion Harmon. They have Kevin O'Banner set up at midcourt. Inbound, goes to the backcourt, back to Harmon. Takes 2 dribbles, floats one up right before the half-court logo. Off the front rim, no good, as we have a whistle with 1.7 left to go before the shot attempt. Texas believe they reached in here, and the clock will stop with 1.7. Yeah, they did. So reach and foul picked up by Texas with 1.7 as they fall up by 3. And this will send Texas Tech to shoot 2 at the free throw line. So here's the deal. Texas Tech, you have to make the first free throw to continue. Here's the one. Harmon gets it. All right, and now this one he has to purposely miss. 1.7 seconds left to go. Davion Harmon will have to purposely miss this free throw. They will need a tip in or a quick bucket off the glass in order to put this one into overtime. Harmon sends it up off the backboard. No good. Tapped out by Texas, and the Longhorns complete the victory. Texas improves to 15-2, 4-1 in the Big 12 as they win 72-70 in a thriller over Texas Tech tonight. The Longhorns were down by 12 points in this game. They came back and won. Texas Tech, another heartbreak for them. 0 signature victories on the season for the Red Raiders as they joined West Virginia and dropped to 0-5 at the very bottom of the Big 12 Conference. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream tonight. Before I wrap up, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Credit out here to Serge Jabari Rice of Texas at the free throw line. Sealed the game, came in clutch tonight. When the moments mattered the most, 8 for 10 at the free throw line by Rice, 18 points. Marcus Carr, 15 points in the second half. He scored 20 total tonight in the game with 6 rebounds by Carr. 17 points by Timmy Allen. That trio showed up in a big way tonight for the Longhorns to complete the come-from-behind victory at home. Pop Isaacs, great game from him, but needed a bunch more help. 23 points, made 5 threes tonight for Isaacs. 13 points by Davion Harmon. Double-double Jalen Tyson for Texas Tech. Finished with 12 points, career-high 14 rebounds. And the season debut for Fathers Amac for Texas Tech. He finished with 12 points and 5 boards for the transfer from Utah Valley. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here tonight on the stream. I plan on being back for the NBA Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. A little bit different of a time since it's on MLK Day. For the Grizzlies versus the Suns, feel free to join in for that game if you like. The next college stream I plan on covering will be Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Sunflower Showdown with Kansas taking on Kansas State. Both of those teams nationally ranked. Should be a good one for that Sunflower Showdown matchup. Going to close out here to the channel members before I wrap up tonight. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Brandon, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Jess, Ahino, Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Michael Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, and Emmanuel. Thanks so much all for joining and being a part here on the stream tonight. Texas, 2-point victory over Texas Tech, the third game in the conference today, decided by 1 possession. As Texas wins on their home floor by 2 over Texas Tech, 72-70 final score. Thanks so much all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.